Hey guys, Crypto Junior with another video. Bitcoin is breaking out currently and we're sitting right now at the level of 45.8k. And in my previous video, I talked about this possible scenario because we were forming an ascending triangle. And in case you missed the video, an ascending triangle is a pattern. Then when you have an uptrend, we make the highs are at the same level, but the lows are always higher. And that is exactly what Bitcoin did. The above line of the highs were the same. We are creating higher lows and we broke out of this channel. So what is the next price target that we can look for? I will tell you in this video. And also we have to talk about the funding rates. Beside this, we also want what were the dates of Bitcoin on the 31st of December in the past years, and also how long does it take for Bitcoin to double up the price? Let's find out. So I want to start with the Bitcoin price. I told you already we broke out of the ascending triangle on the 4-hour time frame, and our next price target is 47k. And why 47k? It's because if we put it on the daily, we can see that on 47k we see a huge resistance line in the past, and when we zoom in to the price history, we can see that here was at 47k a huge resistance. Also it was support here and also resistance here, and again in this area we saw resistance. We saw here, like, look guys, if we here from here to here, it was a drop of 10% in just 1 week. And again, it was support here. But what can we expect from Bitcoin right now? Because Bitcoin broke out. Do we see 100k in one straight line? No. Probably we don't see that, because never in history we see one candle all the way going up. No, we need to take a look at the funding rates right now, guys, because even everybody is happy. We need to be reasonable, because when we look at the Bitcoin funding rates, we can see it's increasing. And this means that people are longing Bitcoin right now so much. When more people are longing Bitcoin, this means in general that the interest rates on longing is increasing. And what does this mean for the price of Bitcoin? Now, when we zoom out, we can see that if we do it 3 yearly, we can see when the Bitcoin interest rates were so high, it means that probably we need to reset the price a little bit. And then from that moment, when we see that the funding rate is reset and also the price, we have another up run. And again, when the interest rates are very high, we can expect a dip, and then from that moment we can go upwards again. And why is this? It's because the market wants to go to where the most liquidations are. And why? Because there's a lot of liquidity in the liquidation zones, and when the whale wants to buy, example, 100 or 200 bitcoins, he cannot do it when people are not selling any bitcoin to him. So he needs to look for an area where a lot of liquidations are, and the market will go to there, and from that moment the big players can come in and drive the price to the right area. And we can also see this when the market is red. Like example, we see a huge spike of the interest rates to the downside, and from that moment we saw a pullback to the upside. And does this mean that it always will happen? No, of course, it can take some time. We are still, compared to the bull run, very low, but from the last period we see a very high interest rate. So if you have some profit, guys, I would suggest take some profits out and wait for a pullback, buy them in later. No, not everything, just 20% will be a good idea, because we still didn't saw any pullback as usual. Always in crypto there was a very big pullback, and we want to prepare for that. I'm not saying we cannot reach 47k, I think we will, but we have to be smart. We need to outplay the other players in the market, and if we are liquid to buy maybe lower, then we can make more Bitcoin. So always stay liquid, but also keep in mind that we can go upwards but also downwards. And the next thing I want to talk about is what was the Bitcoin price in the past years on the 31st of December. We can see that today 43k, 1 year ago it was 17k, and 1 year ago 46, 29, 7. So if we look at the past, over general, we see that the Bitcoin price is always increasing, and that is also what we expect as a Bitcoiner. We think Bitcoin will go higher, and I think personally that we can reach in this cycle 100k worth of Bitcoin for sure. I think more people think it. Let's see how it goes. I'm excited for this run because now the big players are coming in, even the big players who are always said, no, Bitcoin is a scam. Look at them now. They are too late. We are in it, and they want to be part of it, also with the Bitcoin ETFs. How long does it take for Bitcoin to double up his price, and how many days it took? So when we look, Bitcoin started long ago. It took 21 days from $1 to $2. and then 85 days for 2 to 4. But when we look at 8,000, it took 490 days to go to the 16k, and another double cost Bitcoin 565 days. But a funny thing is, can it be useful, this chart? No, but it is funny to know that how many days it took to double up the Bitcoin price. How many days do you think it will cost Bitcoin to double up from 65k all the way up to 131k? Let me know in the comments. And also, how much percentage did Bitcoin change year by year? And each line of color is 1 year. And 2023 was the last year, and we see that most of the time the lines are doing the same, but only 2017 was different, and also 2021 it outperformed the price change of Bitcoin. In 2017 we saw a huge uprun. That was the first year that most of the people came in to the Bitcoin, and the other years at below, the orange one 2022 was a downwards move, and the red one 2018 also after the pump was going downwards. Is there something else I want to talk about? Yes, guys, if we look year on year to the Bitcoin price, we can see that most of the time only the first period was 4 years in profit, then 1 year going downwards, and now again 3 years in profit, 1 year down, and again 3 years in profit, 1 year down. I think we will probably be doing another 3 years going upwards, and then in 2025 we will go downwards. Who knows? To come back to the Bitcoin price, what are the main targets for Bitcoin? Like I said, I think we will hit 47k. It's really possible, but we can also see a pullback to the last highs, and this is the 44.7k area. It's very healthy. I think we don't need any panic. And also, if we come back to this area of 40k or also 38k, it's very reasonable and also very healthy to have a pullback, because then more liquidity can come into the market, new fresh liquidity, and from that moment we can go upwards. So guys, if you're still here, the Crypto June channel is growing so hard. Only 10 days ago we had 1,000 subscribers, but right now we are sitting at 1,330. So 330 people joined the channel in the last 10 days. Guys, thanks for watching. I see you in the next video. Bye bye.